So I know that my family did the best they could, considering the situation. They didn't understand. And, you know, back in the days in the, you know, the early 50s and 60s and those years, really almost into the 90s, there wasn't really good medicine for mental health treatment. So there's a lot of stigma. I mean, back in those days, you absolutely didn't tell anybody. I mean, it was scary. Because they were doing lobotomies and stuff, so you did not want to go there. So for my family, my father, I don't know exactly what was going on, but they put him in Fork Union Military Academy to probably get him to control himself, you know, and be in control. And then he was very smart, went to William and Mary, but couldn't do it, probably for the same reasons of depression or bipolar. And so they put him in the military. The Marines, to straighten him out. And you know what? That was an accomplishment. He's very proud of that. And also the fact that he graduated from Virginia Tech. But life has not been easy for him all these years, because, you know, even though his dad was a doctor, they hadn't developed therapy. There was no therapist to talk to. That wasn't even a possibility. So, you know, I think they tried to handle the situation as best they could. But in today's age, it could have been a lot better and easier. Probably my dad probably would have never had to go in the hospital, because he would have gone to see a psychiatrist early on in high school. And they would have said, oh, yeah, you're suffering a little bipolar too. And, but the negativity, there's just, my grandparents lived through the Depression, so they thought their reserved judgment, but sometimes you have to splurge. Grandmommy taught me that. She said sometimes, like if you want a flute or a musical instrument, and splurge on that, because it develops the brain and makes the dopamines kick up in your person if you're good at playing music. It's a good investment. Much better than the stock market, although that's a kind of gambling that does something to your dopamines. But I think you should gamble on your children's gifts and things they want. You should ask them, do you want this? It's not cocaine. I mean, his dad was buying him cocaine and cigarettes and alcohol. I guess it made him feel good in high school, but, you know, it's not going to take you very far. But yeah, no, the mental health situation is getting better, and we still have a ways to go, but definitely they've got groups like NAMI where you can go and talk about it. And I actually work at the ABC store, and while they don't know the extensiveness of my illness, they know I have a disability, and they know it's bipolar, and it's rarely affected my work. You know, I've maybe missed just 3 or 4 days due to having trouble with depression, but I do feel sorry for family members in my own family that suffered more than necessary. But during the time that they were suffering, there was no hope. There was no help. Nowadays, oh my gosh, it's like it's like a little club. We're all bipolar.